Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. AYRO designs and produces low-speed electric vehicles and other solutions that leave minimal impact on carbon emissions. And with me is Kyle Mazanti, the Senior Vice President of Business Development. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Jane.
So let's just start a little bit. Give me an overview of the company. AYRO, what are they doing, and what business are you in?
Yeah, so we build low-speed electric vehicles. We're in the utility segment right now and expanding into two other segments as we speak. It's a fairly wide lane. There's not a lot of offering in the space that we're in, so we fit between some full-size vehicles and kind of modified utility golf carts. But we build to a different spec. We build to almost a luxury premium aspect in how we put the vehicles together. And what I would say is, when you build an automotive spec, you probably can relate that more to your own personal vehicle. You have certain expectations for quality and dependability. That's the lane that we're in.
Okay, so I was going to ask about the low-speed vehicles. So what does that mean exactly?
That's a vehicle that is governed at 25 miles an hour or under. They only operate on streets that are posted 35 miles per hour and under. So they're used in a variety of ways. In fact, it's easier to figure out where they're not appropriate, particularly in the kind of vehicles that we're building.
Okay, what makes that market appealing?
Well, for us, first of all, I guess selfishly, the economy of it. Right now, it's a little over a $10 billion a year industry. In the next 4 years, it's going to grow another 5. So if you have this park of $15 billion and it's growing at a compound average growth rate of over 7%, it makes it very appealing financially. The other thing is it's a space right now that's only been occupied by modified golf carts, basically. And that's not what we're doing. We're building a real vehicle to real automotive specs.
Okay, it would be on the roads and everything.
It will be on the roads.
Yeah.
And I think there's this huge momentum right now. Organizations all over the world are trying to electrify mobility solutions. And we're a big part of that. And we hope with those numbers too, we're going to be a big growth factor of that as well.
I saw exactly that. People just drive the golf carts around, so on the streets.
Yeah.
So what's next for AYRO?
Well, we're going to continue to get these great products out and delivered. We have some early adopters that have already raised their hands, and those first units that we have coming out in August, those will go to them for validation and so forth, and they can start building their empire on the Vanish and the utility. We also have some exciting things going on with direct-to-consumer piece. We have a property down in Sarasota, Florida that will be opening. It'll be a showcase design center, so it'll be a direct-to-consumer opportunity. People can either go there and shop and you know, style their Vanish or Valor or Valet however they want, and or order online, which we've also done.
Well, Sarasota is where I saw those golf carts, so
oh my
we have a market there.
It's a beautiful area.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kyle, for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Been a pleasure.
Yep. NuZee is a leading coffee technology and co-packing company that provides end-to-end sustainable solutions for clients, ranging from small roasters to large global brands looking to expand into the single-serve and also private label categories. With me is the CEO, Masa Higashida. Congratulations on the anniversary of your uplisting.
Thank you so much.
The 3-year anniversary. It's a big milestone for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So when you listed on NASDAQ in June 2020, there was a huge COVID pandemic. So there wasn't an opportunity to ring the bell for us. So today is a very, very happy the opportunity to ring it.
Yeah, glad you got to do that. And you have a new partnership with Stone Brewing?
Yes,
Tell me about that.
Yeah, Stone Brewing is a very respected craft beer company. They are the 7th largest craft beer company in the U.S. And they based in San Diego. We are San Diego, so neighborhood. We are very good. We have a very good relationship with their management team. That we drink, maybe a lot. Yeah, so we roasted for their coffee in past 3 years. They sell our coffees seasonally, and they loved our quality of coffee. And we both wanted to do something new and expand the relationships. So yeah, this is why we started this announcement engagement. But a very, very big opportunity to the company and our shareholders, because Stone is so strong brand awareness they have. So to us, of course, roast grade coffee is easy. At the same time, approach to distributor and the retailer is also now very easy because of their brand awareness. So it will be a very good opportunity, and I expect we make a significant revenue for shareholders working with Stone.
You have an ESG factor. Explain that.
The amount of waste is approximately 15 billion cups annually. But the pour over and the brew back is a very eco-friendly material. So I'd like to introduce this format to North America. It's a better taste and convenience. No machine required, just mug and hot water. And also brewing 1 cup at a time, reduces waste of coffee and the water. So this is a very important message to not only coffee drinkers, but also non-coffee drinkers too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And also, if you're traveling, it makes it so you can take it with you.
Yeah, you can enjoy your coffee everywhere you want. The camping, traveling, at the home, office. So this is a very convenient format, and actually very popular coffee brewing method in Japan. But this is developed only Japan. So I would like to introduce to the world this format. To enjoy that.
Well, I can see a lot of Americans liking that option, actually.
Yeah.
So what's in the future for NuZee?
Yeah, so we have things, what we have achieved, a lot of things we have to do. But if we focus on only expanding this format, the single serve, pour over, and brew back, we would be a very busy. We have to focus only these things.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And best of luck to you as you expand globally.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mangoceuticals is a company focused on developing, marketing, and selling a variety of men's health and wellness products and services via a telemedicine platform. With me is Jacob Cohen, the CEO, and explain to me the idea and the concept behind Mangoceuticals.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Jane. So Mangoceuticals is dipping its toe into the nearly $4 billion marketplace that's geared towards men's health and wellness. And when we started the company, we wanted to be innovative and different and across the entire area of our organization, whether it's in the products that we develop and we promote and market, in our marketing, in the commercials that we produce, as well as our packaging. So we really wanted to be completely innovative throughout the entire process and different than what's currently being offered through some of our competitors that are also into this huge marketplace right now.
Now, is this over the counter or prescription based?
So it's a prescription.
Okay.
And we have a doctor's network in all 50 states. And consumers go online, they go to MangoRx.com, and they're able to fill out a questionnaire. A doctor reviews the questionnaire and they determine if the prescription's appropriate for them. And if that's the case, it's fulfilled by one of our pharmacies, and the pharmacy delivers it directly to the consumer, discreet packaging.
Now, you are listed here at the NASDAQ. Describe that process, and you went public pretty early in the company's survival or their existence.
Yes.
So talk about that. What was the strategy behind that? How long, when was the company founded? When did you go public?
Sure. So we founded the company in 2021, essentially.
Okay.
That's when the concept really blossomed, but we really took full steam ahead in 2022, in the middle of last year. And the idea and the concept was that we essentially believe that our investor is our consumer, and our consumer can potentially be our investor. So as we're marketing our company and our products to our demographic, we felt that as we also marketed the company and the potential for our company to grow within this rapidly growing marketplace, we believed that the investor could ultimately be our consumer, and our consumer, again, can be our investor as they saw that there was a need for the product in the marketplace. Just keenly focused on the needs of men's health and wellness. And going back to the name Mangoceuticals and the name Mango, again, it's a play on word, man go, right? We want men to go hard in every aspect of life, whether it's in the bedroom, whether it's in the boardroom, whether it's in the gym, in every aspect of the life, we want them to be the best that they can be and empower men to do great things and be prepared to do great things.
How can somebody find your products?
Easy. Right now, everything is available online at www.mangorx.com. And again, currently our erectile dysfunction product is the currently available product. And in fact, if people would like to get an additional discount, they could use the discount code MGRX20 to get an additional 20% off.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for
Absolutely.
coming in.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis can be difficult to treat and debilitating for an animal's health and well-being. Take control of lameness issues and joint pain. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. With just one injection, Spring with OsteoCushion technology targets the root cause of lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis, helping animals do what they do best.
XXII Group is a next-generation plant biotechnology company focused on tobacco harm reduction, reduced nicotine tobacco, and also improving plants to enhance human health. And with me is Jim Mish, the CEO, to talk about the company. So I gave a little overview. I guess let's just start with kind of the big picture. What is 22nd Century?
Yeah, and thanks so much for having us in. I mean, 22nd Century at its core is a health and wellness company that's driven by plant-based biotechnology, and we focus really on two areas, tobacco and hemp cannabis. So we're looking for harm reduction products in tobacco, help people smoke less, which is really our main theme with our cigarette on the market, VLN. And in hemp cannabis, we are full value proposition on ingredient supply, formulated products for the consumer products industry and the medical markets as well.
And you were talking about how the FDA is making some changes. There might be regulations on menthol cigarettes. How does that impact your business?
Yeah, we interact with the FDA on both business units, but on tobacco, they've got a what they call a universal plan, and it's really twofold. Number one, they are about to rule on menthol cigarettes and ban menthol cigarettes. And they're also looking to drive nicotine levels of regular cigarettes down to our levels. Our product, VLN, is FDA authorized with something called a Modified Risk Tobacco Product Authorization, an MRTP, that has a harm reduction access to it. So this low level of nicotine is just enough to kind of fool the mind into believing it's getting a full hit, and it starts to separate the individual from the addiction to nicotine, thus driving down the number of cigarettes they smoke, and thus the harm reduction. Yeah. So FDA is moving ahead on that on a federal basis, but also states are moving ahead with menthol bans and taking a look at reducing nicotine to these levels as well, because these clinical studies that the FDA ran on their own dime over years, they spent about $150 million to demonstrate that these low nicotine cigarettes actually do drive down the use, and that's the harm reduction.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. What has been the success rate with these types of lower nicotine cigarettes?
Yeah, so you got to go back through some of the clinical studies and then eventually pilot launches that we did, and now as we're rolling it out. And all the data is very consistent, that if an individual who smokes switches over to VLN, within a relatively short period of time, their smoking habit goes down sometimes 60–70%. That positions them often to go ahead and stop altogether, but at the very least they're reducing their habit dramatically. Mm-hmm. And the clinical studies have been so compelling that the FDA on this MRTP mandates that we have to put on every pack helps you smoke less. That's how compelling the clinical studies are. So it's a fantastic tool that the smoker has not had ever. You know, it's gone from regular cigarettes to patches and nicotine gums and vapes that just haven't worked. This is a fantastic new tool to offer to their repertoire to really give them a shot, at the very least, dropping down dramatically the number of cigarettes they smoke a day and positioning them for cessation.
Do you ever worry like an Altria might get into this space?
Yeah, they had looked at it and they had tried certain lower levels of nicotine, but that actually causes what they call compensatory smoking, causes you to smoke more. This company, 22nd Century, wrapped intellectual property around these plant genetics. So we gene edit the tobacco, so it actually smokes like a cigarette, tastes like a cigarette. Again, 1,400 people a day are dying from smoking-related issues. And our mission is to make that make an impact and make that zero. So ultimately, we want to sell the last cigarette in the world.
Yeah. And where can people buy these?
So the president of our division, tobacco division, is doing a great job of expansion. So now we're in the top 4 distributors in the United States. We're also in the top 2 convenience stores, 7-Eleven and Circle K. Now we're rolling out state by state. Right now we're just entered our 8th state. But in states like California, Texas, Florida, huge smoking states, the 4 corner states, Illinois, those are the states right now you can go to, not only 7-Eleven and Circle K, but other convenience stores as well. You can also go onto our website, tryvln.com, and pinpoint exactly the store in your area. Over time, over the next quarter or two, we'll be in roughly 18 states by the end of the year, and roughly 10,000 stores in that expansion. So, but people can seek it out on VLN, tryvln.com.
They can go. And international or just U.S. for now?
No, so the U.S. market is it's an $80 billion market in the combustible cigarettes alone. That's an $800 billion market globally. So we've strategically targeted a few countries, Japan, South Korea, Switzerland, to do some pilot studies in. Labeling requirements are very intense over there, so we're going through that process right now. But everywhere we have planted the flag, everywhere where this product becomes available and people become aware of it and understand just the basics of how it works, they seek it out and it works. And it's not, it's not measured in years, it's measured in a few months where they see the impact.
Yeah, well thank you so much, Jim.
Thank you so
Fascinating to
much.
hear about it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download Secure. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
It's not just soil, it's humasoil. Coming to a garden center near you.
The Sustainable Green Team is a provider of environmentally conscious solutions in arbor care, disposal, and recycling industry. And with me is the Director of Administration of the Sustainable Green Team, Brian Rivera, and Brian Meier, the Chief Operating Officer. So great to have you both here. So Brian, tell me about the sustainability and how SGTM plays a role in that.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having us. And if I could just give a little bit of props to you and your team. You know, we are just so many companies are really being blessed by what you guys are doing. So thank you for that. And sustainability is a word that we're beginning to hear even more and more in industries. Everybody is looking for sustainability. Sustainability actually is the action or the approach to be able to preserve the well-being of communities and environments. I take that very to heart, if I can say. I have 2 kids that I love with all my heart. Everything I do, I try to really focus and concentrate on their future and what they're gonna do and the life that they're gonna live. And that's why I believe the Sustainable Green Team is so important, and what we're doing in our company has such a great value, because that is exactly what we're doing. We're taking what many people would look as an waste, something unusable, something that's gone, and creating a sustainable, rich product that is going to be for the communities and the environment. You know, there's, I'm just thinking right now, off the top of my head, there's this show on TV that I love, I used to watch a lot. And something so interesting that they say in their introduction is that what many people see as junk, we see as value. And I believe that's what our company does exactly.
Yeah.
What many people see as waste that is being sent to landfills, that is just no longer good, we are converting it into a sustainable product that has great value for communities and our environment.
Yeah, I always remember how you guys were cleaning up after the hurricanes in Florida
Exactly.
and trying to, reuse some of that
Yeah.
debris that was there. So now, Brian, SGTM runs multiple locations. You have 8 locations, right? Subsidiaries, 250 employees.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're the Chief Operating Officer. How do you kind of manage all of that?
Well, it's pretty interesting, as we do have eight facilities. Each one of those facilities are unique in their own set. We have different feedstocks, different manufacturing processes, and in order to do what we need to do and accomplish what we need to do, we have a group of employees that have a large skill set. Matter of fact, I'll just kind of explain it this way. A guy was in my office a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about the different plants and the different feedstocks and the products that we were offering. And he said, "Oh, this is great." He goes, "Where's your biggest asset?" And then that question, he was wanting to know location. And it just happened to be, we were kind of getting up and we're going to the truck. I was going to show him another site. And I just put my arm around him and said, "That's our biggest asset."
Your people.
My people. It's kind of, as Brian was talking about sustainability, our employees, we kind of look at it the same way. Those people that we work with every day, we find value in those people, and we want to make their lives sustainable. We have the same commitment to our employees as we do to the environment. And it takes a large skill set, and we have those guys available, and we are blessed to have them in our employment. And they make us who we are. I mean, our biggest asset, again, is those who work for us. And a testimony to that is the founder of the company is still in our employment. The very first employee hired is still in our employment. The second employee that was hired is still in our employment. And if you think about that knowledge base over 8 locations, folks who've been with us years and years and years, and think about that skill set, that knowledge base they have, and multiply that out, it's tremendous. And that allows us to do what we're able to do. And again, the best thing about it is we're taking that knowledge and that skill set and passing on to another generation, so they can pass it on to another generation, so the company can be not only sustainable environmentally, but also in our production.
Yeah, building a legacy. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
So Brian, are there any technologies, anything revolutionary you're working on this year at Sustainable Green Team?
Yeah, we actually we have a new technology that's being released that personally I believe that it's one of the best beneficial, if not the best, that really is being produced right now. It's Humasoil. For many years and generations, we've been doing things, if I can say, wrong to our environment. Instead of taking advantage of the soil that's in the earth, we've been depleting it. We've been destroying it. And Humasoil is 100% organic soil enhancer that actually manufactures water in the soil. With the world and everything that's going around, you can look at the news, places like California and other places where there's drought, where there's a lack of water being produced. This soil, or our technology, Humasoil, is going to be able to fix that. It's going to be able to grow fruits, vegetables, any kind of harvest in the middle of the desert. And so this technology, it's taken over. It's going to create great things, and most of all, going back to it, you know, it's going to secure future generations, food supply. It's going to help out our environment and communities, from cities to deserts to mountains, anywhere. This product is going to work, and it's going to cause a change.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that would be truly revolutionary to be able to grow food in the desert. So,
absolutely.
There you go.
Now, and Brian, how can somebody find out more about Sustainable Green Team? Where should they go?
They can go to our website.
Or just Google Sustainable Green Team, it'll pop up.
Or
And then you
mulch
can find out more.
manufacturing, mulchmfg.com.
If I can say something that I always encourage everybody to come, please check out our YouTube
page.
channel.
Yeah.
It's SGTM, the Sustainable Green Team, and right there you'll be able to meet more of the people like Brian was talking about, learn about our products, and really our heart and passion behind everything we do.
No, that's a good point, because I've actually been on there and it shows what you guys are actually doing. So with all the big equipment and everything. So thank you so much, Brian and Brian,
you.
for joining me.
Thank you.